I was saying anything I wanted to say to Mike. And it went back and forth, and he didn't back down. He was always strong, and he always came at me, and I loved him. I think he's one of the greatest basketball players to ever play the game.
It had been deemed impossible. No team has ever returned from a 3-0 series deficit. But the Sonics have marched back from the brink and now stand poised to take it the distance. And tonight, as they approach the final leg, it's their opponent Bulls who seem wounded and weary. Once given up for lost, can they find their way to the promised land?
Across town from the United Center, downtown Chicago. Welcome, everyone, to the NBA Finals here in Chicago, where it's safe to say these fans did not expect to be celebrating Father's Day with the Game 6 after the way the team started this series. I'm here with Coach Mike Fratello, Clark Kellogg, and reporter David Aldridge. And, Mike, perhaps some home cooking is just the thing these road-weary Bulls need.
Well, road weary and maybe a little road rash with the injuries they've sustained. Ron Harper battling a knee injury that'll require off-season surgery, and Scottie Pippen dealing with knee and especially ankle injuries that have limited his effectiveness.
And while the Bulls are banged up and bedraggled, Clark, the Sonics seem on the rise.
Yeah, you take a look at their big guy, Shawn Kemp, an all-star. The Sonics are definitely younger and healthier at this point, but still a tall task to win 2 in a row on the defending champs' home court.
Oh, big effort tonight needed. On the floor for the Supersonics, the Defensive Player of the Year, Gary Payton. He's joined by Hawkins in the backcourt. At the forward spots, Schrempf and Kemp. And Brakowski at the 5. And the 5 for Chicago. MVP Michael Jordan and Harper are the guards. Pippen and Rodman form the front court, and big Luke Longley at center.
And after the Sonics lost the first 3 games, Coach Carl finally put the gloved Gary Payton on Jordan. Some question what took him so long to guard the MVP with the Defensive Player of the Year.
And the Sonics refusing to go quietly. And for more on that, let's bring in David Aldridge.
Well, thanks very much. After Chicago's 22-point Game 3 win gave the Bulls a 3-0 lead, everyone from reporters to even some Seattle players thought this series was over. That is, everyone but Shawn Kemp. The All-Star forward challenged his teammates between Games 3 and 4, and Kemp delivered. Back-to-back double-doubles from the Rain Man have brought us back to Game 6. Kevin?
He's been terrific. David, thank you. I'll be honest, Mike, I didn't think Seattle would push the 72-win Bulls to a Game 6. Did you?
Me either. Obviously, the Supersonics are giant underdogs. They need Kemp to do the impossible again. Outplay Michael Jordan like he did in Game 4 and 5.
Hey, Clark, you look at the last two games for Michael Jordan. His numbers have gone down since he's been defended by Gary Payton.
Yeah, you know, through the first 3 games, Kevin, he averaged 31 points on 46% shooting. Since then, though, only 24 points on 41% shooting. That's a significant difference.
Yeah, Payton's done a great job. At one point during Game 5 in Seattle, the Bulls, Mike, missed 20 consecutive three-point shots.
From deep, Pippen was 1 for 8. Steve Kerr 1 for 7 from the three-point line. The team was 3 for 26 for the game. Those numbers have to be better tonight.
Yeah, they've got to improve in that category.
Dennis Rodman was a huge free agent signing for the Bulls, adding toughness and rebounding to this squad.
Yeah, I agree with you wholeheartedly there. You know, it's the 5th straight year the Worm has led the league in boards. He does an awful lot to stir the drink defensively for Chicago, and the fans absolutely love him.
Here is Schrempf after Chicago picking up a basket just moments ago. Sam Perkins, he's checked in for Seattle. .141 left in the first quarter. The shot by Hawkins, no good.
Incredible effort defensively. No easy buckets.
With injuries to his back, both ankles, and knee. I think I've covered all bases. This, Clark, has been a very tough series for Scottie Pippen.
No doubt about it, Kevin. I mean, he's shooting 32% from the field and just 18% from the three-point line. We know he's not anywhere close to 100%, but let's see if he can still find something extra tonight, digging deep, because the Bulls need somebody other than Michael Jordan to step up.
Indeed they do. Excellent point. This is his first free throw of the game. And the first one at the line is good.
And it doesn't matter where he is on the court. Hawkins is an efficient shooter, especially from the free throw line.
And so Hawkins drills both of them.
And he's making them count at the charity stripe. No surprise there.
Now, here's Jordan. He's got 13. Longley down low. Kemp's there. From deep, Rodman. Longley passes to Jordan. Over Payton, and Jordan gets it to go. Jordan's got 15.
The Chicago Bulls were 72-10 in the regular season, an NBA record for wins, shattering the old mark of 69 by the Lakers in the early 70s.
And you know, Coach, if the Bulls can finish this series off, they go to the top of the list in the conversation for the greatest team of all time. A lot on the line tonight.
And here's Jordan outside. Cans it from downtown. 18 points for him.
They are really shooting the heck out of the ball. Fantastic start from 3.
When you knock down threes early, it stretches the floor, opens everything up.
Now here's Payton. The shot and game clock separated by 4. Pulls up from the corner. Sonics having flashbacks, still struggling in this series and not looking sharp. And that one off the back of the rim and in. 8 points here for Scottie Pippen. And so it's Chicago, riding a 15-point lead at the end of the quarter. Defensively, they have gotten after it, contesting every shot going up. We'll take a quick break and then back to the action here. It's the second quarter of Game 6, the 1996 NBA Finals. Seattle trying to extend this series. The Bulls looking to put the finishing touches on an all-time season.
It is clearly an emotional night for Michael Jordan, playing on Father's Day without his late dad.
They've got Dennis Rodman. Harper is out there with Michael Jordan. Then there's Pippen. And it's Longley in at the 5 down low. So that's the 5 in the game for Chicago. Here's Jordan. The rebound by Payton. And really for Michael Jordan, so much has happened since he lost his father, Mike Fratello.
Well, first retiring, trying out pro baseball, coming back to the NBA, winning an MVP. The one thing left, win a title. And you know Michael Jordan is thinking about his dad today.
Yeah, he's got it. Early in this Game 6, Mike, Scottie Pippen's been better.
And that is a great sign for Chicago. Pippen had a huge part in the 72-win regular season. He does it all.
And does it well. Now here's Payton. He's got 5, and it's good, 2 points. Schrempf's got his second basket of the game.
Great passing instincts make Payton an effective ball handler. He won't miss a guy who is this ready to shoot.
Pippen with the bucket.
Pippen looking solid, playing through some nagging injuries that took a toll on him earlier in the series.
And the first time out of the game called for Seattle.
Yeah, there's something not quite right with him. Have to use that timeout and get him some medical attention.
Bulls making a switch here. Kerr's checked in. And we're now about a minute and a half into the second quarter. Hawkins shot good. So the Bulls lead this series, Mike, 3-2, trying to cement themselves as one of the greatest teams ever.
An NBA record, 72 wins in the regular season. But Chicago needs to close this series out to be considered the greatest.
I agree. Sonics trail by 13. Nice ball movement by Seattle. Looking for Perkins. He gets it there. And it's Perkins with the jam.
You know, people rarely talk about Hawkins as a playmaker because he's such a great scorer. But that's a mistake. He can pass it, too.
So it's Chicago now. And, Mike, as we can see here, a clear advantage for Michael Jordan over. Shawn Kemp thus far.
MJ wants this series to end tonight. This year's MVP wants another ring. Kemp really needs to step his game up to extend this series.
He's going to have to be at his very best, you're right. For Jordan, into the second quarter, Mike, the shooting numbers are better than what we saw in Seattle.
Well, some adjustments from Mike. Freeing himself up for some better looks, looking like the league MVP tonight.
He does. Here's Jordan. And that comes off the assist by Longley. Jordan's got 20 points.
Don't you just love watching big men pass it? Nice job, Luke.
Pass to Hawkins. Lets it go with a 3. And another 3 for Seattle.
He got the space he needed, and with his shot, that's going in more often than not.
Mike, still a lot of basketball left, but much better from deep for Chicago in this one.
Hitting threes will pay dividends later on. Making those trays will loosen up a stiff Seattle defense.
The pass to Hawkins. There's the 3. Rebound by the Bulls. Longley's got his 6th rebound on the night. Oh, and there's the alley-oop. Trying to go for an alley-oop, but excellent defense. In anticipation there to stop it. It's Hawkins on the wing. And the lead is down inside single digits. Hawkins has got 15 points.
One thing I like about Hawkins, he doesn't need the ball much to score.
From deep, Rodman. And again, it's the Bulls from deep.
This is exactly the type of competitor that he is. He's not backing down. He's not shying away. Coming right back at him with the three of his own.
They're going at it right now. This is the level of competition the fans love to see.
Not just an NBA title on the line for the Bulls, also a place in history. D.A.?
Thanks, guys. If the Bulls win tonight, they could go down as the greatest team of all time. Chicago's already set an NBA single-season record with 72 regular season wins. And including the playoffs, they're 48-2 at home. But we've seen over these last two games that the weight of history has been heavy on their shoulders. Back to you.
You can see it. All right, D.A., thank you. Czar, just how much pressure is right now on this Bulls team?
A ton. And it's been this way since they started chasing this wins record midway through the regular season. Chicago looks a little tired. It's been a long season.
Very long indeed. For Seattle, Mike, to even force a Game 6, that's very impressive.
They were down 3-0. The Sonics are massive underdogs. Just getting back to Chicago is a win for them.
Yeah. Up top, Pippen. Over Hawkins, and Pippen with the basket. The assist from Michael Jordan.
You know, you can feel that they're starting to take control of this one. You just get the sense they've got their hands on the steering wheel nice and tight.
And their play on the offensive end, it's the biggest reason they're winning.
Here's Schrempf. And he got that one up in time, but doesn't go in. And so it's the Chicago Bulls holding a big 18-point lead to close the quarter. They've been putting on a clinic in the paint. Shots are falling with regularity, and they are pounding it down low. We'll get right back to the action when we return. Dusk here in Chicago as the last moments of sunlight glow over Lake Michigan and the bustling downtown of Chicago, Illinois. Game 6 of the NBA Finals. It's the second half along with Coach Mike Fratello, former player Clark Kellogg, and reporter David Aldridge. This is Kevin Harlan. The Bulls hoping to hoist the Larry O'Brien Trophy tonight. And so Payton will bring it up for Seattle. It's an 18-point game.
Things have come full circle for Dennis Rodman. Remember, the worm was on those bad boys Pistons teams that eliminated the Bulls 3 straight years.
On the court right now for the Sonics, Hersey Hawkins is out there with Payton. Then there's Shawn Kemp. Then it's Brakowski. And it's Schrempf in at the 3, the small forward. On defense, the Bulls, 18 points separating the teams. That's the biggest lead of the game. Hawkins can't get that one to fall. And after battling Chicago for years, Clark, the NBA's rebounding leader, Dennis Rodman, now joining the Bulls.
You know, he was brought in as the final piece of the championship puzzle, Kevin. So far, so good. Rodman looking to earn his 3rd ring.
Wow. Well, Mike, compared to Game 5, they had a massive improvement in their three-point shooting.
And that really helps open up their driving lanes. It specifically gives Jordan more space.
6 on the shot clock. And the officials calling for a 3-second violation.
When you're struggling to get ahead, a mistake like that is doubly damaging.
Absolutely the wrong time for that kind of slip-up. I agree. It just destroys your momentum.
Now, here's Harper. Jordan. And the Bulls tack on 2 more.
They've gotten out to a big lead because of superior play on both ends.
No better way to do it. It's much easier to win games when you own both sides of the floor.
Jordan against Hawkins. Kicks to Schrempf. And he lobs it up. And again, Seattle turns it over.
He showed no commitment trying to grab that pass. That kind of lackluster effort is exactly why it results in a turnover.
Chicago leading by 22.
Old teammates at North Carolina, Sam Perkins and Michael Jordan won the national title with the Tar Heels back in 1982. That was Jordan's freshman year. MJ hitting the game-winning shot.
Now, here is Schrempf. 2 minutes into the second half of play now. The baseline jumper goes down. Schrempf's got 6. And Sam Perkins winning a title with Jordan at UNC. But Clark in the NBA, they have been rivals, not teammates.
That is exactly right, Kevin. Perkins, a starter on the 91 Lakers that lost to the Bulls. MJ's first NBA championship. This time with Seattle, Sam is facing off against his old UNC buddy again, trying to even the score in the finals tally.
A lot of competition between those two.
For sure.
In the first half, Mike, a much more effective Michael Jordan than Game 5.
Michael was going to review the film with Phil Jackson, and what they've done is draw up some very nice sets for MJ.
Nail. From three-point land. Jordan's got 29 in the game.
At 6'6", Harper's outstanding court vision is accentuated as he looks over the defense.
Payton kicks to Schrempf. Outside, Payton. And there's Shawn Kemp on the assist from Payton. And Mike, much improved performances we're seeing now from players like Scottie Pippen. He is gutting it out.
Yeah, Scottie isn't close to 100%. This man is a champion. Pippen wants another ring.
He does. Tough player. Seattle calls timeout. Michael Jordan really making a difference here.
They simply have no answer for him right now, and he's making them pay dearly for it.
Wennington, he's checked in for the Bulls. Kukoc comes in for Dennis Rodman. And then for Seattle,